Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs podcast. Andy, we're on season 6, episode number 23. Tonight's the Songs edition. Happy Easter weekend. How are you?
Good. Getting ready here for a house full of family and
Well,
friends.
we're just wrapping up Holy Week, and what
Yes.
album are we going to review tonight?
Well, I thought I'd take this one because I know you had busy plans for your travel, so I thought I got this one for you. And now let me get to my thing here. Ta-da.
There we go.
Stryper and God We Trust. Do a
Well,
little
how
Stryper action
fitting.
here for us today. How fitting.
Very
Fitting.
fitting. Very
It's the fourth
fitting.
album for the boys. Follow up to the To Hell with the Devil album they did. Now, this album, there's the track listings, and God We Trust. Always there for you. Keep the fire burning. I believe in you. The writing's on the wall. It's up to you. Little Prince take on the writing there in the title. The world of you and I. Come to the Everlife, Lonely, and the Rain. The thing I like about a lot of Stryper songs, and God We Trust, that kind of gives it away. But I believe in you. That title could, yes, it's a religious song, but it could be anything. You wouldn't know that by looking at the title of the song. So that's what I kind of like about them too, is not every song is there. And it gives you a different aspect or different look at it without getting on the religion soapbox. This was a good album. The songs they released were ballady, so kind of got away from the rock and roll stuff. They were kind of considered a glam rock band by some people because when they came out in the mid 80s, they did the makeup and the hairspray, and the yellow and black's always been their color, but that kind of popped a little more with the fanciness. If you're a Stryper fan, this is a good album. Yes. If you're just a heavy metal fan, you might be a little disappointed. It's a good follow up to Hell with the Devil, or to Hell with the Devil, but that album, I think they just struck it, hit everything on there. That one issue with this album, though, is the regular bassist, Tim Gaines, performs on the album, or it wasn't on the album, he just toured with them. As with the previous albums, Tim Gaines did not participate in recording. Brad Cobb once again played bass, but later rejoined the group after the world tour in God We Trust, and it garnered 2 GMA Dove Awards for Hard Music Album and Hard Music Song for the title track. GMA Dove Awards is the Christian Academy Awards. It's like the Country Music Awards. Dove is that for the Christian Music Awards. Why he wasn't on the recording, just a tour, I don't know, and I'm not going to speculate. That's not my job. I could have looked into it more for this episode, but we try to keep this to 15 minutes. Maybe one day we'll do a bonus episode on just Stryper in general and dig into it more. If you want me to guess, if you want me to just throw something out there, it's Stryper. I'm pretty sure it wasn't a drugs and drinking issue. If it was, maybe he was in rehab and didn't come back, but I think they would have said something like that to make it a positive spin. Maybe the guy's a prick. I don't know. He can't record, but you'll have him on tour with you. So that got me thinking, okay, it can't be a substance thing because that would be even more accessible on the road. So it couldn't have been that. Did he have a personal issue at home he couldn't make it? I don't know. I never looked it up. If you know, please send a link down below so I could read it and I can educate myself. But if he was good enough to tour, Brad Cobb filled in. Brad Cobb does not get credit on the album. They just list the Sweet Boys and Oz Fox as who did it, the instruments and singing. So that's kind of where, I don't want to say conspiracy theory is, so I'd like to know if you have the actual info on that, please share with us. I am a Stryper fan from even before To Hell with the Devil, so this wasn't it's kind of a little fun. Easter week, what a better time to have a Stryper album. If you've noticed that in the past, hey, they did a Van Halen album the same week as Eddie Van Halen's birthday. Wow, what a coincidence. Yes, clickbait, we went for it. That's our way of clickbait. But get it in there. Stryper gets a bad rap because of a Christian base.
True.
Although we've done other We did another album of theirs where they did all cover songs of other rock albums, other rock musicians. Michael Sweet, like I said before a couple weeks ago, filled in for Boston for a couple years on tour. Oz Fox has played with other hard rock members. They've toured with other hard rock people. So that's kind of where you gotta give them credit. They get respect from the rest of the heavy metal industry, heavy metal bands.
Community, yeah.
Their bass player they have now, Perry Richardson, used to be the bass player in Firehouse. He left Firehouse because of a drug and drinking problem. He got his stuff squared away. Now he's back there. He's cleaning himself up. What better way to stay clean than to tour and join Stryper? So, good album. It gets 3 out of 5 guitar picks in my opinion. It's fun. All Stryper songs are good sing-along songs in my opinion. So you're going to enjoy them once you listen. They're fun songs. They got their message. If that's not your thing, you still listen to it. Enjoy the music part of it, And that's what I got. That's my album review. One other note, usually you're going, okay, let's hear the concerts and the other news. We're starting something new here for a while. That's going to be a part 2, if you will, on just our Spotify only page, just the audio only. It'll be a separate episode. We can get more in depth on stuff there. We won't do any interviews on that part. That'll also be here for the YouTube part. We'll get a little more on the concerts or birthdays or histories of stuff. Maybe a little more depth on our album review. We'll go more in depth on that end. But that is what we got. A little short, sweet Stryper. God We Trust.
Michael Sweet.
Michael Sweet, Robert Sweet, Oz Fox on guitar. Oz Fox, very underrated guitarist, in my opinion.
Well, give it a listen. Leave a comment below, and we'll see y'all next week.
Happy Easter.
Have a good one. Happy Easter.